Hi everybody. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use one chapter book to put together an entire language arts curriculum. So if you're in the middle of curriculums, you're tired of the current curriculum you're using, and you just kind of want a break in a more relaxing style of language arts, stick around because I'm going to show you how you can do that. If this is the first time you're joining me, welcome. My name is Kylie Evanz. I am a homeschooling mom of 2 and a realtor in the Tampa Bay area, and I share tips and pointers and curriculum reviews and ideas to hopefully help make your homeschooling journey a little bit easier. If that sounds like something you're interested in, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified each time I post a new video. All right, let's get started. Okay, so in this example, I'm going to use Bridge to Terabithia. If you're reading the story with the kids, you would just stop and check comprehension. So you might talk about the characters that are in that chapter or that part of the book. You're talking about the characters, talk about where the story is taking place. Those would be the lower level questions, and then you would ask the higher level questions like, how do you think he felt when he lost the race, or when you relate it back to real life, like how would you feel if you were in that situation that they're in? So you're checking comprehension, and you probably do that when you're just reading with your kids, read aloud time during the day, so you can just be sure to do that kind of stuff. You could even map it out with them on a dry erase board, doing a story map, like the characters, setting, main ideas, things that are happening, so that you can keep record of it and they can be compiling the information. Depending on their age, you may write it, they might do it. The next thing would be fluency practice. So you can have the kids read sections to you out loud so that they're practicing their fluency and they're getting more confident in their ability to read. And if they're younger, you can read a section and have them reread what you just read. That's okay too. We're just trying to build up self-esteem for reading. And as they get better, then they'll be able to focus less on the reading part of it and more on the comprehension part, which is where we want them to be. We want them to be able to comprehend what they're reading. So the next thing that you could do would be a little mini grammar and vocabulary lesson. Depending on what skill you're teaching them for grammar, if you're teaching them, nouns and verbs, then you would pick out a sentence and have them label which one's the noun and which one's the verb. Maybe they're littler and you're having them identify the beginning of the sentence and the punctuation mark at the end. Depending on how old they are will determine how much you're going to have them identify in each sentence, or maybe even more than one sentence. When they're writing this out, it's also good for their penmanship. They're practicing the skill of writing nicely, which I think is important. And then also the vocabulary word. If you're reading, when you're reading to them, and you're like, oh, that's probably a good word that they could look up, then after you're done, you have them write the vocabulary word, look it up, and write the definition. Which definition makes the most sense for what we just read? So far we've done comprehension, we've practiced fluency, we've done a grammar and a vocabulary lesson just by using our read aloud book that we do with the kids every day. If this is helpful, give me a thumbs up, because that helps me know, it helps YouTube know that people care about this kind of stuff, and it lets me know what kind of videos to make. I'm here to help you. Lastly, what I think you could do with your book is have the kids journal write. They could write about what they've read, so you can just do that, rewrite what you just read, write about what we talked about. Or if there was something that happened, and Bridge to Terabithia is a good book to do something like that with, feelings. You can journal write about feelings. So there you have it. 5 things you can do with one read aloud book. All right, guys. Hope that helped, and I will see you next week.